Hey guys, we are in week 2 of my New Year, New Dinner collab, where I am bringing you fresh ideas for weeknight meals with some of my favorite YouTube channels. And this week, I want to introduce you to BART'S Fish Tales. Now you guys may remember Bart. I incorporated him in one of my fish recipes about a year or so ago, and I have to say, I love that he has made it to YouTube. I first discovered him on Instagram because he was doing these really wonderful 15-second fish videos over there, and I said, Bart, you gotta make it to YouTube. You are made for YouTube. So he has finally launched his channel. I encourage you to head on over there and subscribe. I think you will love it as much as I do.
Hi Beth, thank you very much for the invite. Doing this wonderful collab together while you are at the other side of the world. I'm here in Amuiden, which is close to my home city, Amsterdam. And this is a famous fisherman port where they land the most delicious seafood. I'm going to look for some delicious cod, which I'm going to pan fry on the skin. And I'm going to serve a delicious sauce vierge with it, which is a French word for a delicious sauce based on olive oil. Guys, I will invite you to visit my channel, Bart's Fish Tales. Hope you all like it and hope to see you there. Bye bye.
Doesn't Bart look like fun? I think you guys will really enjoy his recipes. Okay, so in the spirit of embracing more fish for dinner, Bart and I are gonna show you 2 options. For my part, I'm gonna show you how to make a wonderful salmon en papillote, which is a very easy way to cook fish in parchment paper. It comes together very quickly, and I'm gonna show you a delicious soy ginger preparation. And then after my video is done, be sure to head over to Bart's channel, and he's gonna show you how to make that beautiful cod that looks so delicious. So the first thing we're gonna do is prepare the sauce that's going to go on top of our fish and our vegetables. So in a small bowl, you're going to add a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil. Make sure you get the toasted sesame oil because that's the one with all the flavor. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. You can use the reduced sodium if you like. That's also a good way to go. 1.5 teaspoons of honey. 1 tablespoon of mirin, just for a little more sweetness. And 1.25 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar. That will give it a nice bite. 1 clove of minced garlic. And 1/4 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger. So then you're just gonna stir that all together until everything is combined, and then you can set that aside. Now, we are going to create the parchment packets that we are going to cook our fish in. And this is a French term called en papillote, which basically just means in parchment paper. But it probably originates from the word papillon, which means butterfly in French, because when you take your paper and spread it out, it looks like a little butterfly, or sometimes even a heart. So all you're gonna do is take out a large piece of parchment paper, and I usually will measure it to the size of the sheet pan. That's a really great size to go, about 18 inches or so. Then you're gonna fold it in half, and then working on one side, you're gonna cut like a half heart, kind of like when you did when you were little, making those little valentines. It's the same principle. Then you're gonna open it up like a book, and then we're gonna place 3 strips of fresh ginger, just right along the seam there. And we're gonna place our salmon fillet on top. I think salmon is a great fish to begin with if you're just starting to eat fish for dinner because it's readily available and it's a pretty mild fish that pairs so wonderfully with all different types of flavors. Then we're gonna add some vegetables to our packet, and this is why I love cooking fish this way, because you can get the fish and the vegetables cooked at the same time. You also don't end up with a lot of dishes afterwards because you're cooking everything in the parchment. So we're gonna take a baby bok choy and we're gonna slice it in half, and then put it down next to the fish, cut side down. That'll just make it easier to fold when we go to fold this up. And then we're also gonna add about 1/4 cup of some sugar snap peas. That's another really great flavor, and they steam up really well in a packet like this. And then the final step is just to go back to our sauce, and we're gonna spoon over about half of this quantity over the fish, and then a little bit over the vegetables. And then we are going to add a little bit of toasted sesame seeds on top of the fish. And then we are going to fold over the parchment. And this is how we're gonna fold it up. We're gonna start at one end, and we're gonna create a nice big crease. And then you are just going to do the same thing all the way around the packet, making sure that you're sealing this up very well until you get to the end. And then you're gonna put that on your baking sheet. And then you're gonna repeat the process for your next packet, and then put that on the baking sheet. Now we are going to put this in a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. So en papillote is a really fast way of cooking because that steam gets really concentrated in those packets. So if you have an 8-ounce piece of salmon, you probably want to go 10 to 12 minutes. If you're dealing with something that's more like 6 ounces, I would go about 8 to 10 minutes. Either way, you can check it. If you're in there about 10 minutes, you could open up the packet and just stick your knife in to make sure that it's cooked all the way through. And if it's not, you can reseal that packet back up and let it go for another few minutes. Then when the fish is done, you can take your packet and place it on a plate. I do like to open the packets and just garnish the fish with a little bit of sliced scallion, the white and the green parts. I love this recipe because it's such an easy way to cook fish. It's a great weeknight meal that comes together so quickly. You've cooked your protein and your vegetables all at the same time, and you've also made a beautiful sauce that goes together. I hope you guys give this one a try and let me know what you think. And I also hope that you head on over to Bart's channel, subscribe, welcome him to YouTube, and of course, try his delicious cod recipe. It really does look fantastic. All right, you guys, in the spirit of fish for dinner, I'm gonna leave you with some of my favorite recipes that came from his channel, and I think you guys will enjoy them as much as I do. All right, I will see you back here next week for another easy and delicious weeknight meal. Until then, bye.
Sunrise unfolds, descending our toes, ready to wash in the waves. When the sunrise leaves, we're still in the sea, still got all day. Take shelter in the water, air into our lungs. Listen to the sound of the ocean below. Close our eyes, start